buddy, do you want to know what happened today? I went to the local shop to buy some groceries. The bill amount was 767 rupees, so I gave him a 2000 rupees note. The shopkeeper had to give me 1173 rupees in return, but instead he gave me 1233 rupees. So I told him his math was wrong. But you know what he told me, buddy? Aren't you that girl who's having trouble in school with mathematics? I just melted like ice, my buddy. He was right, even if you thought my assumption was correct. I always think I'm so good at math and most of the time refuse to use a calculator. Do you think the purpose of a calculator is to make us lazy in arithmetic operations? No, we can use it to master our calculation skills elegantly and also find various methods to improve our mathematical skills. Hey, why don't we design a calculator? We have to gain enough knowledge about the mechanism of a calculator for designing it. It can be a time-consuming and challenging process, right? But with the help of MIT App Inventor, we will be able to design it in lightning speed. But what I really want is the company of a like-minded friend. So hey, why don't we team up together, buddy? I am sure with a smart pupil like you, we can do wonders as a team. So are you ready, my pal? That's the spirit. So without wasting any more time, let's start our venture. So dear, let's begin the mission without further delay. And here we have the MIT App Inventor opened in our browser waiting for us to commence our project. Then let's first create our new project. First, let's go to the Start New Project at the top left. From the small new window there appears, set the project name as Basic Calculator and then click on OK. Now, we have a white interface with the model of a mobile phone in it. This is our workspace, my partner. The workspace has the designer window and the blocks editor window. We can select the components for our app from the designer window, and the latter is where we assemble the blocks to decide the behavior of the components. So let's first assign our calculator a proper title. To do that, go to the Palette tab on the left side and select the Layout option. Now, click on the Horizontal Arrangement option and simply drag and place it on the top of the mobile screen. Then, from the Properties tab, take Align Horizontal and choose Center. Also, click on Align Vertical and select Center in that too. The reason why we are doing this is to place the text that we are adding at the center of the layout. Now, click on the Width option from the Properties. Then change it from Automatic to Fill Parent and click on OK. You can now see that the horizontal arrangement looks precise. Did you know who invented the first mechanical calculator? It was Blaise Pascal. He made the first ever calculator when he was just 19 to help his father to assist in dealing with the accounts. Let's add the label for the title now. So go to the Palette tab at the left side and click on User Interface. Then from the options, click on Label to add a label. Now, drag and drop the label into the layout of the screen. Take the Text option from the Properties tab and click on it. Remove the already existing text and type Calculator as the title of our app. As you can see, it displays on our screen now. Now, to change the font size of the title, click on Font Size in Properties tab and set it to 25. That looks okay, right? So let's go to Layout option again and click on Horizontal Arrangement. Then drag and drop it into the screen just below the first layout. Now, move the cursor to the Align Vertical option in the Properties tab and set it as Center. select the width option and change it from automatic to 𝗙𝗴𝗲. It's time to add another label in this layout now. So, click on User Interface in the Palette tab and choose the Label option. Then, drag and drop it inside the second horizontal arrangement. Now, click on the text in the Properties tab. Remove the text from the box, then type the new text as first value. And yeah, it will be here that we will be adding the first number in the calculation process. Don't we need a box to enter the number for that? Yes, we are already familiar with the process of adding a text box. So, let's add that. Click on the User Interface option and click on the Text Box option. Then, drag and drop it near the label of first value. Let's take the Hint option from the Properties and click on it. Then, remove the text from the box as we don't want it for our process. Do this by selecting the text and pressing the Delete key. Now tick on the Numbers Only option as we only have to add numbers as inputs in a calculator. Okay, we have completed adding the elements for the first value now. We shall now do the same for the second value. You are familiar with these steps, so let's recollect it. Click on Layout in the Palette tab and select Horizontal Arrangement option. Then drag and drop it below the first value. Now click on Align Vertical at the Properties and set it as Center. Also click on Width to change it from Automatic to 𝗙𝗴𝗲𝗏 and click OK to confirm. Now let's add the label of the second value. We can repeat the same process we did for adding label to the first value. So go to Palette tab and click on User Interface. Then click on Label to drag and drop it to the screen. Click on the Text option in the Properties tab and remove the text to add our label second value. Okay, we can add a text box into the horizontal arrangement. So, click on the text box option in the user interface. Then, drag and place it to the right of the text second value in the third horizontal arrangement. Now, let's remove the text in the hint option taken from the properties. Then, enable numbers only to give the input as nothing other than numbers. Alright, now we have begun the project by adding the labels for the two values with which we want to do a mathematical calculation.